I'll just.
Begin.
And here we go. Okay, good evening, everybody. It is Michelle Poe here from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. As you can see, we've got the winter gear on. We just came in from a football game. And we have people from all over the country here with us tonight, including our Canadian friends as well that are totally family. So welcome, welcome. Tonight we are discussing activated hair care. And Activate, you know, was an ABC primetime investigative report that really started our entire journey here at our company. And if you haven't seen that yet and you are a guest, please get back to the person that invited you and say, what is the deal with this ABC primetime investigative report? Because they came in and they wanted to disprove what we had, because no nutraceutical company or pharmaceutical company on the planet can make the claims that we can, which is that we can lower the root cause of disease, oxidative stress, by an average of 40% in 30 days and up to 70% after 3 months. It's a huge deal. It's a breakthrough. It's why universities and institutions literally around the world have initiated and funded studies on their own dollar, including the National Institute of Aging that did a 10-year federally funded study showing that we are the only natural product that they studied that extends lifespan in male mice. And that is huge. It's not about how many years can you live and not be, you know, enjoying it. It's the quality of life, being able to live and get on your hands and knees and dance and play with your kids and your grandkids and all of that. So that was the start of where we are today. And it has taken on a life of its own through activation, through your cells, through your skin, through your hair, with pure, clean products that are not toxic and can get everything working beautifully again. And so again, welcome to everybody here tonight. We're so excited to have you. And I've got a couple friends here that I just have to, you know, the moment that we were going to talk about this tonight, I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, we've got to have Dorothy and Gail, or not Dorothy and Linda on. When I look at Dorothy, I think of Gail all the time. They're like sisters, right? Dorothy and Linda on tonight, because we had a celebration right after this came out, and they both just had the most exciting stories right away in regards to hair care and this activation of it. So I'm going to start with Miss Linda up here. And Linda, can you tell us, tell us your story, the first time that you tried activated NRF2 hair care line, True Science, what it felt like, how, just all the things, what you noticed, why it's so good, please.
Oh, I'm just excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me. But, when I first started, even the first time I started using it, I noticed right away my hair. I love how your hair feels clean, squeaky clean after you have shampooed. And what I noticed, I have fine, thin hair, and I've always kind of, been a flathead. I've always had to use like hair care products and all this kind of stuff. But the first time I used it, I had this beautiful, beautiful head of hair, and it had, I don't know, I just have never experienced anything like this before. So it is amazing stuff. And I was just telling Dorothy earlier, I had noticed that I would develop like little pimples on my head. And after I started using this hair care product, they were gone.
Your scalp was getting healthier, right?
Absolutely, yes. And I know my beautician is just amazed at how healthy my hair is. And she said, I just can't get over your natural color. They all think I make my hair look this color, but I swear it's the skincare, or it's the hair care. It's everything.
You love the skincare too, I know that.
I love the skincare. I love everything.
And activation, right? We were talking the other night just about NRF2 and the activation of the body and what it's done for you as well.
Yes. Awesome things.
Yes. Yes, yes. Well, beautiful. We'll pop over because the same evening that we were together, Miss Dorothy shared from our kitchen table regarding this. And, you know, Dorothy comes from a background of cosmetology, doing hair and just understanding how it all works. So Dorothy, can you just share, you know, what you noticed right away and what you felt and, you know, especially with your background, what you were thinking when this was brought to all of us and people that are new to it, maybe something that would be important to them to hear, please.
I remember the time when I ran into your house, the same day I used the regimen, and I was like a crazy woman jumping all over the place. And then you took a video of me, and I said, I can't believe my hair, because I have fine Dutch hair. It's always been a pain. And I've tried everything. There are thousands of products out there that a hairdresser can buy to help their clients, but really, I've never been able to find anything that could do what our hair regimen could do. And my hair has been always a lot of work, and I've never really been happy with it. But the hair regimen just made me start liking my hair, and it felt better. I didn't have to wash it as often, and my hair color stayed longer, and it seemed like my gray hair didn't even look mousy when it started growing out. It made everything look, the whole strand look nice and shiny and really easy to work with. And so I just started sharing this with everybody. And my daughters and I were in Famous Footwear in the mall in Sioux Falls one day, and there's this woman walking around shopping, and she had such thin hair. So I started stalking her. I'm following her in the store because I thought it's the hair regimen. My daughters are hiding because they know what I'm doing. And I don't know, it took me about 5 minutes, and finally she just stood and she was waiting for her daughter or something. And I said, hi, and my name is Dorothy, and I'm a hairdresser, and I have trouble with fine, thin hair. And I noticed that you have a struggle with that too, but I have something that could help you. And I said, I've gone through all kinds of products. So there's this one product that can help you. And if you're willing to give me your information, we can talk, later on today or tomorrow. And she says, well, I live 4 hours away. And I said, that's okay. If you give me your cell number, I'll chat with you and we'll see where it goes. So I got a hold of her the next week, and I said, before I talk to you about the regimen, I want you to watch an ABC primetime news report so that you know the basis of all of our products. Then you will understand that we have something that's different than everybody else. And so I said, when you're done watching that, I will call you back. So she watched it, and then I called her back and sent her some hair care. I sent her Sean Poe's picture of the change in his hair.
Yes.
And I just sent her quite a bit of stuff. And so she was willing to order the regimen, but she also wanted to order the Nerf 2. And she ordered an extra bottle because her mother has dementia.
Mm.
And so I kept up with her. This has been 4 or 5 years, well, whenever it came out. And last week I connected with her and I said, have you heard about the collagen? And she said, well, I already ordered it. I've been watching online and I already ordered that. So I said, well, you've got a lot of things working for you then, because that will help too. But I got to tell you one more story of another guy. I have a friend, his daughter was getting married and he was trying to lose weight. And I said, you know what? You have to try our regimen, because he had this bald pancake. I don't know what you call that on the top. Sean, is there a name for it? Anyway, we'll call it pancake. And he had kind of ruddy looking scalp right there too. There were red blotches all over it. And so you have to use our regimen, I told him. And so he ordered it, and a couple weeks later I saw him and I looked at him and I said, your hair is brown. His hair has always been kind of a goldish, faded, kind of icky color. And the regimen stripped all the ickiness off of it so that we could see his real color.
Wow.
It was just amazing. You get the real color. If your hair is colored, you get the real color. And if it's not colored, you get the real color without all the junk that sticks to it. And furthermore, his pancake did not have the blotches anymore. It had healthy scalp.
Yeah.
And he was really excited about that. I think he was more excited about that than losing weight, actually. So that's just two stories of sharing with people, because if you have something that can help them, you have to tell them.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if your daughters are embarrassed. It doesn't matter, because later on they just say, well, that's just mom. But yeah, I'm excited. So,
it's so powerful. And, Linda, you were talking about your hair color. And then, Dorothy, when you were talking about that, and I was reminded today of a girlfriend of mine that I went to junior high and high school with. Her name is Jamie. And I remember when this first came out, what the vibrancy of the color of her hair just got so much more. And I've got pictures and her words, with all of it. And just the shine and the texture, and then the ends. There's studies that show the cuticles on the ends and how it's really replenishing it and really strengthening it, and it's so cool. And there is research showing how this is actually better than Rogaine in so many ways with the scalp serum, and how clean it is. And I know Danny will get into that, but as you were talking, as well as markings on the pancake, I was looking at some pictures this morning of little babies, because this is so clean, you guys. This is so clean. You can bathe your babies. You can wash your babies with this. My kids use this every day. We travel with this shampoo, right, honey? He's like, oh my gosh, we got these things, and they come with us all over the world. We do not leave without them because it works. It's not toxic. But this little baby's picture, what do they call it? The cradle cap.
yeah.
They've got this, and then it showed like first day, second day, and then the improvements of it, and how beautiful as a parent and a grandparent to be able to just know that what you're putting on and taking care of your baby or your grandchild or whatnot is clean, and it's not getting into their bloodstream and doing, different things to increase their toxic load and whatnot. So we have so many stories. And I know, Sean, you have a quick little video maybe or two that you could place. They're super quick. Thumbs up. Okay. Well, here is some immediate emotion, everybody. We may see here in a moment.
Say that again? If I'd have known how good this stuff was, I'd have had him drop it off in Sioux Falls so I could have ran over and got it. Because, it's my scalp just tingled. It
Our daughter was saying
came
too.
alive. Oh, this is amazing.
There's one. We got the other one. And as you can see, it's actually during the same around time. It's kind of Halloween. There's some Halloween stuff going on in those pictures. One more here.
My hair has never felt like this in my entire life. I've used so many products and so much hairspray on my hair. I've been a hairdresser for 44 years, and I've seen fine hair. I've had fine hair. I have never seen anything like this. I didn't use any product on my hair today, and I blew it dry. My hair has never in my life looked like this. It is amazing.
So cool. So cool. It was such an incredible evening. And I love when people just share that and they smell it and feel it and all of that. And I'll tell you, our oldest daughter, Callista, for years, she had oily scalp and it drove her crazy. So not only is this for thinning hair, for thick hair, I've got a ton of hair and I use it, you guys, but she was embarrassed. She was embarrassed by the, she would shower, she'd go to school, and with a short amount of time, her scalp would be oily. And it would look, right, like she maybe didn't take a shower, and she would be really embarrassed. And I have a video somewhere of her after she started using our system and our scalp serum. how it balanced her scalp out and how she didn't get that oily hair anymore. And I was just having a conversation with her and I said, Callista, how does that make you feel? And she, as a young teenage girl, just said, it makes me feel more confident. It makes me feel better. And my heart just melted, because we always want our kids, right? We want everybody to feel good. And today, if those of you that are in this page, we interviewed a mom whose daughter, do you have that picture? And then we'll get over to Danny, Sean. Her name is Tori, and she's a very good friend of ours. And she was able to get this system. She called the company and was just sharing with them, and she was able to get the system before it was released. This is her daughter. And if you didn't see it today, the interview is in our page and you can be tagged, and we were all crying again today, but a very good friend of ours. This is her daughter's head before this activated system. 2 weeks later, the hair growth, 2 months later, and then there she is today. And we were crying because her daughter came out in a dress and did a twirl and was talking about how she felt so much more confident and beautiful. She could wear her hair down and wear these dresses and just feel how she should as a young lady, right? And it was very emotional. So we want you to know that we're talking about, thank you, Sean. We're talking about this incredible hair care. It's not just a shampoo and conditioner and hair serum. This is something that's very, very important for your health and for everything going on there in your life. So thank you so much, Dorothy and Linda, just so powerful. And as you guys are thinking about things tonight, definitely put things into the chat or the replay, tag people on here, because this is important stuff. Danny is here from Canada, and she is just somebody that I just love and respect, and she has a great background in, sharing different aspects of hair and skin and just life. So, and horses, we were talking about animals this past week too. So Danny, can you maybe share some highlights as to, what makes this different and unique and special and important as to why everybody really needs this in their home?
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for inviting me to share tonight. Linda and Dorothy, I love your guys' stories. They're just so authentic and so real. I've never heard it called a pancake before. I know it is male pattern baldness, which comes from here and here, but pancake works, okay?
I love that.
We knew exactly what you meant. So you know what? I'm super excited to just share some information with you. So my background was in professional beauty supply sales. So I was the rep that went into the hair salons with my products. Some of them were from Italy, some were from Australia, from around the world. And I sold to the hairstylists, and then they used them in their salon and sold to their customers. So through that, I learned a lot about essential oils and hair care and the scalp. And it's so funny. I feel like it was part of that education that led me to LifeVantage. When I knew, I was like, oh my gosh, I felt like I've been groomed for this, for being with LifeVantage now. So I want to share a bit of that with you. So I've got the products here with me. This is the True Science shampoo. Okay, so now I think it was Linda, you were saying it was like super tingly and you can feel your scalp come alive, right? So when you smell it, you can smell there's peppermint and a hint of thyme, and it's those essential extracts that it just tingles you, and it's really good for waking you up in the morning too, right? So, and the consistency, I'm not too sure if you can tell, it's quite a thin consistency. It's not thick, right? So it's not like your typical shampoo because there's no junk in it, right? There's none of the bad products. There's no detergents, sodium lauryl sulfates, no parabens, it's no silicones, none of that stuff. So it's really clean. So you actually want to use a lot of water when you're using it to actually, you don't get a suds, you get like a foam. And if you're not getting enough foam, just add more water. I actually recommend 2 shampoos, one really light shampoo, which kind of just helps to break down any styling products, and then a secondary shampoo right after, only using like a nickel size, I mean, depending on the length of your hair, right? and then scrubbing that through, getting it throughout your scalp and then rinsing. And it's absolutely amazing. The cool thing with this is I used to wash my hair every day, every second day. Now I go about every third day. And I also attribute that to the scalp serum, which I'm going to get to. But next I want to get to the conditioner. So again, it's absolutely there's NRF2 within your bottle. You're activating your hair. As you can see, I'm knocking it down here. The conditioner is very thick and you don't need a lot. Like you can see, it's really thick. Smells delicious. You could eat it if you had to, but you don't have to. It's that clean, it's that pure. And I love to put that in my hair, and then I comb it through when it's wet in the shower, let it sit on for a bit, and then rinse it. So again, so clean, so pure, no GMOs or anything like that. Then we've got the scalp serum. Now I love this baby. Okay, so this is so cool. In all my years in the beauty industry, I never had a scalp serum. I never sold scalp serum, and it's amazing. So what you want to do with that, it's got just a little applicator, it's a little end. Can you see that? And you just part your hair, just kind of run a comb down, go down the part, and then just massage it in. And I do that about 3 times, and then 3 in the back. And I do that every time I shower while my hair is wet. And doing it that way, I find that the system lasts pretty much about the same time, right? And now I'm only washing my hair like every 3rd day now. So it's lasting months. It lasts me months, right? So the importance of having this hair care, like Michelle was saying, is we're cleaning our bodies with NRF2 activation, right? We're repairing our cells. Well, if we go and add, store-bought products with detergents, sulfates, parabens, and everything on our scalp, we have just added a whole bunch of oxidative stress back into our system, because our scalp, if you think about a head wound and how much it bleeds, we've got such thin skin and a lot of blood in that area that it absorbs into your system very quickly, whatever you put on there. So if you're putting garbage on your scalp, it's going back into your bloodstream. So hence why we're moving just to a cleaner use of all products. I also, and with that, when we clean up these products, so kind of like Callista's story. So she had an imbalance of her sebaceous glands. So they were overproducing because they were out of control. They didn't know what they were supposed to be doing. And when you're using just, drying products, and this is the same on the skin with the skincare, your body doesn't go, oh, that's good and dry, and let's dry out our oily skin. It goes, oh, it's dry, send more oil. So you actually have a bigger problem. So that's why even they say with oily skin, actually use our cream on oily skin as well. So by doing this, you balance out the sebaceous glands, which then now they're producing the right amount of oil, which is necessary. Hence why I can go 3 days in between and still have volume and lift at my roots. Like otherwise, before you get that weight in there because of the oil gets in the roots first, and then you get flat hair. Well, I'm a short girl. I don't like flat hair. I like puffy hair. It makes me look an inch taller. But should have seen me in the 80s. I was 3 inches taller. But anyway, that's another story. So, but you know what? This is my love of this product. I highly, highly recommend this for all hair types. Okay. And even bald heads. Go ahead and wash with this, because again, you want to keep your scalp clean. I was even had a presentation not too long ago where we were applying the serum to a bald head, because again, you need that stimulation in the cellular growth. So I hope I helped and added a little bit of information for you today. Really, you want to just experience it. Just try it. You'll love it. You won't ever want to go back to drugstore.
No, and this is why ever since it came out, it goes with us everywhere. It literally goes with us everywhere. It's in all of our bathrooms everywhere. And I have a ton of hair, you guys, and it's thick, and and it lasts me forever. Not just short hair. I mean, you guys, and the thickness, like you said, of this conditioner, I brush it through after I wash my hair, let it sit, do the other, and when it rinses out, when you're rinsing your hair, does it not feel like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing, like silky yumminess ever? It feels like a deep condition. It's really, really great. Dorothy, Linda, anybody else? Cody, so great to see you. Anybody else that's on here want to share anything else as to the system or any other testimonies that you know of, or maybe something that we didn't cover? It looks like Sean just turned his video on. Sean, is there anything you want to share?
I think you guys covered it well. I mean, it's definitely something that we've completely integrated. Before these products, I can say that I could have cared less what I was putting on, but once I realized how bad and how toxic the stuff I was putting it on, it makes a big difference. And you always make sure that we have it with you. But when I'm traveling alone, sometimes I forget, and then I get to a hotel and I have to use what they have provided for me, and it's a huge difference. So I can definitely say, on my end of it, it's noticeable. It definitely is different, but I think bigger than anything, and it's been pointed out a couple times before, your skin absorbs stuff. And if you're putting toxins onto your scalp, you are definitely absorbing it into your bloodstream. And if you do that over the course of years and years and years, it's going to lead to problems. So just be careful of what you're doing, what you're using. And if you aren't aware of it, you should be now.
Yeah, wonderful. Yes, go ahead, Linda.
I was just going to share with Danette that I'm a lap swimmer, so I am in, chlorine. So I definitely have to use the shampoo more than every 3 days. So I really feel like, and after you said, that it enters our scalp, there's your brain right there.
Yeah.
The blood flowing through your brain. So just think of all that icky stuff that, yeah. So
It's the awareness, we didn't know for many, many years, just the power of clean products. And I don't know that we mentioned it tonight, an app called Think Dirty. So we've mentioned how clean it is, but there's a third-party app called Think Dirty, and they come out and they test our products and the cleanliness. And that's why Danny just said, you can eat it. You can literally eat it and whatever, it's not going to hurt you, because they show that we are in the green, which means it's not toxic. And that is so important, you guys. It's just, we cannot stress it enough. And that is how our company is with our skin system, the quality control of every single product that we have. It goes above and beyond any standards that are out there. And we take massive pride in that. So as you look through any of our products, you can just feel great and feel certain that what you are giving you, your family, your children, and sharing with others is the real deal. So being publicly traded and having Erin Brockovich, I just keep getting reminded, because she's in Australia right now. Erin Brockovich is on our board of directors. And I always say, if there's ever anything that wouldn't be so good or would be bad for the body, Erin Brockovich would be shutting it down. And she is a proud member of our board of directors here with LifeVantage. And so we're so grateful just to be bringing to market and bringing to the world products that every single person deserves to know about and have. So thank you so much for everybody that came. Please share this, because like Dorothy said, people deserve this information. And I know the lady that you shared with at the store, Dorothy, it's been years now since she's been using it and integrating additional products that are just helping her. And that is our heart and soul, is just to make a difference in the world. So Danny, thank you for your smiles, your spirit, your expertise. Linda, Dorothy, Cody, everybody, it's so great to see your faces, and have a wonderful evening. Blessings and so much love to you all. Thank you so much. Good night.